so I had to launch all of them. Okay. And we are back again. It's your friendly neighborhood film watchers. We are Frankly Football. I'm your humble host, Brandon, and I got my man, Honey Grant. Set it off, Chris, with me. So,
what
Chris,
up, yo?
The big money was outside today, Chris. The big money was outside today, Chris.
Amen. You can't hide the money.
Yeah.
They had to bring out the shmoney today.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Chris, the Seattle Seahawks very quickly paid Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Wasn't nothing quiet about that whole situation. What you mean
So?
quiet? Because wasn't nothing quiet about that.
They didn't beat him up in the media. They didn't try to use the public perception to influence the price. They just did it inside of their own closed doors, Chris.
First off, nobody cares about Seattle, even though they're Super Bowl champions.
Only
people care about them. Only thing care about them is my oldest son because he's a Seahawks fan, and y'all trying to give me the business because that dude turned around and went over there and wasn't tired no more. Nobody cares. The national media don't care. It became national news when he got that shmoney.
Yeah. MVP at the bank, Jackson Smith-Njigba.
It's Mr. Njigba. It's Mr. Njigba to you. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
But Seattle paid Jackson Smith-Njigba a 4-year extension. Now, the word extension is important because he is just getting out of and going into the 4th year of his rookie contract.
Whoa. You mean that you can sign people after their 3rd season to try to spread out the money?
Right? Isn't that crazy?
I never knew.
Right.
Okay.
But the Seattle Seahawks paid JSN an extension, a 4-year extension with $168.6 million. Now, what that means is he averages $42.25 million per season now, with $120 million in guaranteed. That's the new money.
Okay. So
now
it's $120 million of guaranteed money, and it's really a 6-year deal. Okay.
Yes. In reality, because he still has the final 2 years of his rookie contract, which are totaling $26.5 million. The full amount of money that he's getting paid for the next 6 years now is $192.4 million, with an average of $32.5 million per year.
And this is why you lift all them weights. This is why you get up early. This is why you sacrifice going to the club. Hey, man, he just changed his financial situation forever, man. Salute to him, man. Salute to Jackson, man. You know what I'm saying?
He deserves it. I mean, you went out there and you were the offensive player of the year, Super Bowl champion. So it's definitely deserved. Because you got to remember, Seattle had mediocre QB play for the last 2 years. Geno Smith was Mr. Perfectly Average.
I mean,
and then they get Sam Darnold, who just so happened to elevate him this year.
Bro, he was the guy. It was his time. You got to remember, when he got there, he sat a year. Then the second year, he started to figure things out. Then they cleared the whole deck for him. He had to be the guy. They brought an old Cooper Kupp. I don't even know who the 3rd receiver is. He showed out. So
Jake Bobo.
Who?
Jake Bobo.
Yeah, like I said, you couldn't pick his ass out of a grocery line if your life depended on it. So going back to what I said, he's the guy at the time to get the bread where he is. So, but the beautiful part about it is, even though these numbers sound loud and vagarious and
word of the day right there.
And you know what I'm saying, it still goes back to the point that's a shout out to my Norfolk State daughters, who are watching us, on YouTube right now, much salute, love to, educated young ladies. But to the point that they spread it out over 6 years. Boy, this ain't new money. This is old money with the 2 years added with the new 4. They're gonna be able to spread it out, and he might be a Seahawk his whole career.
Possibly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's a Seahawk his whole career.
But in our group chat, Chris, that is jumping all day long, and I got to put on mute eventually. One of the questions that immediately came up is, how does this affect George Pickens?
Well, are you asking me how it affects him?
Well, so it came up earlier today, but I'm also asking you because we got people to entertain, Chris.
I mean, to me, it doesn't affect what I said. The first thing, it don't affect the situation at all. My thing is that I've always liked the way the Cowboys have handled this thing. I'm gonna tag him at $28 million,
sure,
and then I'm going to put the pressure on his agent, David Mulugeta, to go how. Hey, what's going on, champ? And the green and gold, no doubt, my friend, no doubt. And go out and get a deal for him on the market because this situation is totally different. There are certain agents they don't deal with. He is one of them they don't deal with. And so
him being David Mulugeta.
Yeah, but they'll deal with it. They'll deal with Todd France. They'll they've had their battles with him. Go ahead.
Do you think that because Todd France was looked at like the devil for a long time in them Cowboys halls, do you think that Todd France is like hated more than David Mulugeta, or do you think David got that number one hated spot now?
I mean, David was to the point where does he have the number one spot?
As far as hated agents?
I would say yes, but it's to the point where Jerry still tried to do something backdoorish. He had to try to go and wanted to run that deal that way, and David wasn't playing along. But it always goes back to that David always with his top clients blows it out of the water. He doesn't do 2 or 3% over. David usually goes 10, 15% over top of what the previous guy was. But for George, it doesn't change because it's still he's tagged. He has to sign it, and then it turns around. You get the 2 first-round draft picks, and then David has to go find a deal. He's got to go find a deal for him. So that puts the pressure on him. Hey, he's the agent. He works for George. Go see if you can find me a deal.
Yeah,
that could be to the point that the Cowboys will accept, or they're willing to trade me off and go elsewhere. I think the Cowboys have already told we want you here. Yeah. We just don't want you. We don't want you at this elevated price. But here's my question back to you, bro.
Go ahead.
Where do you place George Pickens inside the pecking order of the money? Right now, it's JSN, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, DK Metcalf, and then you go down the list. So where do you put him at? Because that'll let you know how much you need to pay him and just go and get it done.
So
go look.
CeeDee Lamb has already said, and CeeDee Lamb is making $34 million if I recall correctly. $34 million per year. CeeDee Lamb has already said he don't care if George Pickens makes more than.
Listen, that all sounds fine and dandy. That's one thing, man, that I've always been a proponent to. Let us never, ever, and I say this often because it's one of my favorite movies, get your hands out of my pocket. You don't never discuss another man's money out in the streets.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so, okay, Puka's before Pickens. Okay, so if you're to the point where I don't want, listen, sign him because what's going on, champ? Sign him, get that out the way. We want him on the team. When it comes to finances, I don't want to deal with that. Just go and work it out. So you got Puka, and so you turn around and so you got these guys. Where would you put them at, B?
If CD making 34, have Pickens be like 35 or something like that.
Why? He's not the best wide receiver on your team.
Sure, but JSN isn't better than Jamar Chase.
It was just his time.
Exactly.
But when you look at Jamar Chase's deal and you look at JSN's deal, JSN's deal doesn't kick in for another 2 seasons.
Sure.
So don't get enamored by the long money. He's still working on a rookie deal. He just got his guaranteed money out the way, and he got another got a check for 120 some odd million guaranteed. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? What was the signing bonus?
Was it like 42 million or no? It was like 48 million or something like that.
Oh yeah, he is Mr. Jackson Smith and Jigba at the bank right now.
Yeah,
he got about 7 banks right now.
Let me see.
You know what I'm saying?
120 million guaranteed. I gotta find the signing bonus, but keep going.
So all I'm saying is that don't get so caught up with that number. His number is spread out over 6 years. It's 42.5 million. The question you got to end up saying, he's not the best wide receiver on his own team. He doesn't have to get paid like the best. He doesn't have to top JSN.
Absolutely.
Right? And it's just to the point of what they've been able to do over their career. He's tagged at 28. Yeah. I got no problem paying him 31.5. I need to pay him.
I would do that today.
I would do that today, though. I need to pay him more than DK Metcalf because he's better than DK Metcalf.
Sure.
He's better than DK Metcalf.
And DK is getting paid 32, if I recall, right?
I think he's getting paid less than that. What's DK getting paid? Pull it up. DK.
Yeah.
What, I think DK is making. I think DK's making 30. I think he's making 30. If he's making 30, I pay him.
DK Metcalf is making essentially 33.
Okay, he's making 33.
Yeah.
33.5.
I'd do that.
I do 33.5. But see, now it's getting to the point, B, honestly, and going back talking with Vach and him talking with Brian, it gets to the point where you start sitting saying to yourself, who are you tying yourself to long term?
Yeah.
Are you tying yourself to Pickens? Are you tying yourself to CD?
Yeah.
Because it's going to get to the point you can't end up paying 33 and 33.5 and 34
and you have to remember after this year, CD is going to be out of the third year of his deal. He may want to go back to the well.
And that's what I'm saying. I think it gets to the point now. Who are you tying yourself to long term to get this thing done? Because you can't pay these kind of prices for ball dependent players. Yeah. And I love wide receivers.
And I do believe, I will say this though. I do think that Pickens and CD do a good job of suppressing their ego when it comes to splitting the targets between the whole team and both of them being as dominant as they are.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's great. But I'm talking about for the betterment of team building. For team building, because I have to get into the point where my cast system is that I'm so top heavy that I can't work with everyone underneath me. When I got two guys making $33 and $34 million sitting inside the room, and then everybody else is out around here, making two blue Gatorades, and for the amount they make, it causes. And I gotta say, who am I tying myself to? Which direction am I going long term? Because I'm gonna have to. Because eventually, I gotta end up figuring out I'm gonna have a young rookie quarterback. I gotta turn around and pay certain people. I gotta get this thing under control. And right now, it's not under control.
So that's why I believe this. You have to have, I guess, a line in the sand where you are willing to say, and by you I mean the Cowboys, are willing to say, hey guys, this is outside of our realm of possibility with spending. Let's collaborate with the agent and see if we can go find a new home.
Oh, that's going.
There has to be a line in the sand. Like if, of course, it's Mulugeta's job to go out there and say, all right, JSN is making 42 and a half. Give me 41 and a half. But because that's kind of like the bargaining point where then you can work your way down. When you're trying to buy a car, you don't start the salesman doesn't start high and then start low and then go high. He starts high and then working lower.
But them doing that where they had the two first round draft picks tied to it, go find the deal. Now, if you're not going to be able to go find the deal that's going to be comparable to the point of those two picks, then guess what? George got to sit up and say, hey, I'm sitting here for $28 million, and I got to play on that. Yeah. I got to play on that $28 million. I don't want him in that situation. I want him to go ahead and get his long-term security. I want him to go get his generational wealth money.
Absolutely.
But the situation is as is. This is all predicated on a lot of different things going along. This should have turned around last year before they made the trade with the third-round pick. He could have gone ahead and signed the deal, got a deal taken care of, and got signed and been in the building. He said, I'm going to bet on myself. I love the bet. I love the bet on myself.
And he won the bet. He won the bet. Let's be real.
No, he didn't. Because now
he won. Now the reason that I say that he won the bet is because his price went up. Today's price is not yesterday's price, Chris.
Today's price. Okay, he gonna get. And listen, right now he's set to make $28 million. Here's the thing about it: betting on yourself. He should have said his damn self. Listen, I'm about to play with the best quarterback I played with probably in my entire life. Yeah, not just in my entire life. I'm going to go do the work. He's going to go get me the ball. Let me set myself in a position where I can go ahead and maximize it right now and get it on, and I don't have to deal with this tag. The greatest fear. Hold on, B. The greatest fear of every athlete is injury.
Yeah.
That I am compromised because of something outside of my control that causes me to the point I have to renegotiate who I am. Had he went ahead and signed the deal in Pittsburgh before he got traded for that third and already had that set up to go, he'd probably be sitting there right now. Hey, it is what it is. Hey,
but he'd also probably only be making like $26 million a year.
Hey, listen, how much is he making now? How much is he making last year? How much? No, he's making now because of the tag. How much he make before then? What was his deal before then? What was his deal coming in?
He was still on the contract as a second year player, second round player. Excuse me.
Okay, all right.
But here's the thing: the way that you're explaining it, that is the team oriented way of envisioning things. At the end of the day, the players only. You just said it. Don't worry about nobody else's pockets. The players only worried about maximizing their worth, not trying to say, okay, we have to. There's only so much pie going around, as Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones like to say. The player has no obligation to see things that way.
Listen, I understand wholeheartedly, and you're right. The player has no obligation to try to make it cost effective and friendly for the owners, because
their job.
They're millionaires, right? They're millionaires dealing with billionaires. But if I got a stigma on my name that Chris liked to cuss folk out, and he liked to wear shiesties, and he don't like, and he show up late to stuff, and he do a lot of young, immature stuff. Guess what? I already put some stuff in the water that has kind of tainted my value, even though I'm amazing at what I do. That's the situation. Chris's ratings is insane, but I've done some things in the past that have kind of tainted my value. If I go and get my generational wealth now, and I'm already I'm 24 years old. I'm 24 years. He young. Yeah. So I'm going to get another.
Akeem Mesidor is older than George Pickens.
See, there we go with that. Here he go with the old jokes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man.
Is a senior citizen.
No, he's not a senior citizen. He's a senior citizen in football years.
For reference, George Pickens just turned 25 on March 4th. So he is less than a month out of 25.
He ain't even hit his physical prime.
He's a child. He's a child. He's a youngin'. His frontal lobe is just fully developed, Chris.
Just fully developed.
That mean we only gonna get a more calm, a more subdued George Pickens.
So he'll get another bite of the apple. He'll get another shot at getting another big deal.
That first one is always the biggest, though, Chris. That first one is where you make the biggest impact.
Listen, man, I understand. I mean, he's made a huge. He would have made a huge impact. But now, what ends up happening? You're gonna say, who are you tying your future to? Are you tying it to CD? Or you're tied to George, and now you're gonna have to wait another year, because I guarantee you, one, nobody's gonna give up 2 first-round draft picks for him.
I don't know, Chris. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Listen, if they do, I'm going ahead. I'm driving straight down. I'm gonna help George pack his stuff up. I'm gonna have a shiesty on. I'm gonna help him pack it up.
I will say it's not outside of the realm of possibility. It's not. They've seen that when George has an effective quarterback, he is a 1,500+ yard receiver. He stays healthy.
I mean, that's true. But teams like young cheap labor, and there's 3 guys in the first round who are first round talent.
George got one of those. He's on the young part.
I mean, but, he ain't gonna be cheap. He ain't gonna be cheap.
Exactly. He got the young part, though.
He's not gonna be cheap, and and they're gonna turn around because of his past. You know how people do, man. When it comes to paying long money, make them do it again. You know, as much as NFL owners try to act like they don't collude, they collude.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that's the thing with that. So that's how I feel with it.
Now, I will say this much though, Chris. I hope that we don't run into a Jerry being spiteful and getting less than value because he spent it with his emotions. That's what happened with Micah. That's why we got a little bit less than what we could have gotten from Micah, because Jerry was upset. He started dealing with his emotions instead of dealing with his wallet. You know what I'm saying? Now first off, he was emotional. That was his move. He was emotional. But he also plays on the mindset of, I'm going to take care of you in that sense. And for them to move the number twice for him from what they initially set it up for, lets him know they was playing games. So he did do it.
But if you look at it, yes, do you lose a really good player, an effective player, and things of that nature? You did.
Yeah. Elite player.
And do you have to go try to replace that with 2-3 guys? Yes, you do. But $47 million.
Yeah, crazy.
That's a lot of money, man.
Whole lot of bread. Whole lot of bread.
Whole lot of bleemites. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money.
But
so.
I'll say this though, Chris, when it comes back to George, if you can get him at 35, 36, something like that, Chris, I'd sign him today, dude.
Nah, that's way too much money. That's way too much money. If I'm signing for $36 million, then I'm basically saying I'm trading CeeDee Lamb next year.
You think so?
Absolutely. You can't have 70. You cannot have almost $70 million tied up in non-ball dependent players. That's not smart.
The Bengals do it.
And look at the Bengals. Look at the Bengals are. We're not trying to be the Bengals. What is wrong with you? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, see, DMV just out there on that frap apple. Ain't nobody paying nobody $38 million, bruh. Stop it, dog.
You don't think that George could get 38?
Nah, listen. If Christopher Lester was a GM, right, or his last name was Christopher Jones and he couldn't get fired, I still wouldn't pay him $38 million, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I am not. Listen, y'all are saying 35. All this. He's not the best receiver on his team. I can care less what. Hold on.
I know. Like you said, it's his turn though.
It ain't his turn. His turn for what? To get paid?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's turn to get paid. I don't have to pay. I don't have to pay him $35 million. I don't have to. I can pay. If I have to go in the pecking order.
Then you're saying to trade him then?
No, I'm saying inside the pecking order who he is. Is okay. Let me ask you this question, and we'll ask the chat this: is he better than JSN?
No.
Is he better than Justin Jefferson?
No.
Is he better than Jamar Chase?
No.
Is he better than CeeDee Lamb?
No.
Is he better than DK Metcalf?
Yes.
Is he better than Sun God St. Brown?
Good question.
Woo! Huh?
Good question. But I like Amon Ra. I'm a Ra fan.
Okay. You like him? Is he better than Puka Nacua? No, he's not. He's not. And I understand. Yeah, now don't shake it. He's not. So if I'm going to do that, I put him inside the pecking order of where he's at.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though, Chris. Guys aren't paid. Well, let me reword it. Guys now are paid where in the next man up way. You know what I'm saying?
No. Quarterbacks are paid like that. They
pay
and
JSN and
edge rushers. JSN got this money
and DBs.
JSN got this money because he's the only option on that football team. Right? He's the only option on that football team.
That's by choice. That's by choice. No, they traded DK. DK.
They drafted him in the first round.
Yeah.
They gave him 2 years. They gave him 2 years to develop. They bet on him to be the guy, right? Right? They got ahead of it. That's just smart team building.
Yeah.
And they made this huge, gigantic number for the media, 42.5, but it's probably roughly around, if you look at it per year,
32 and a half.
There you go.
Because you have to take into account the 2 current years on this contract.
So
the real average is 32.
So if
because he gets money up front that signing bonus counts. Damn, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
if he didn't, JSN would only be making like $5 million this year.
Okay, so going back to what we said, he's not better than those 4 or 5 guys. I pay him better than the guy he's better than, right?
Yeah.
And then I start looking at getting him a good deal for him now.
Sure.
I pay him 33.5, 31, 32, 31.5, more than DK, and you start figuring out how you can move CeeDee Lamb and get some of that back. I'm just saying this is what it is, because you have to start a cast. You have to get a better level of play across the board. You have way too many guys being top of the top on this football team. You got you got the top paid guard in football. You got a top paid quarterback in football. You got a top 3 wide receiver now in that. You're going to turn around. You just paid a bad-footed slot corner a whole bunch of money. Dude, come on, mistake is what it is. So you have to start correcting this ship somewhere.
Yeah. Why do you do that with your gangsters, though?
You thought the guys you signed were gangsters. Dak Rain's a gangster.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith's a gangster. You know what I'm saying? You thought Bland was a gangster, but he wasn't until his feet got bad.
Yeah,
you thought Trey. You thought Trey.
His footsies.
Yeah, his footsies. Trey. You thought Trey Diggs was a gangster for a minute until his knees started giving out. Dude, I'm just saying, bro. It happens, but you don't have to be the top of the market when it comes to people. You can effectively pay people, get them adequate, bona fide salaries to change their families' lives forever, and keep building your football team across the board.
If you wanted to try to get a control of things early, like if you wanted to try to get a control of things, pay guys early. Don't try to say, okay, we need a deal, but you're paying guys late. You know what I'm saying? Offer George the quote unquote high number for last year, because the high number last year would have been 32. The high number last year would have been that 32. He bet on himself and he won the bet. Chris, now it's time for the casino to pay out.
No, what you should have done is that, hey, George, we like to have you in Dallas, but guess what? This is the deal we want to give you. Okay. If you don't want to,
guess what George and David Mulligetta are gonna say? My hip, my back.
And guess what? But that hurts him. The my hip, my back don't work no more. The CBA is gone. You don't if you don't show up for camp, he still got the tag that's sitting on it. Okay. Yeah. If he doesn't sign or come to camp and all that good old stuff, the fines that they charge him, that's why Micah showed up, because they can now fine you and they gotta take that money. So
he's gonna show up. Okay. He's just not gonna practice and take part in the team activities.
That no longer works, man. Just go in if your agent can't get the job done, right, and come across with a deal that's comparable to do what you need to be able to do, you sign the tag and you deal with it, move forward. It sucks, but that should have happened last year when the Cowboys turned around and went to Pittsburgh and got the third. They could have said, hey, George, we want to sign to this deal. This is the deal we want, okay? Yeah. You can either sign this deal or you can rot away in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And that would have been the good thing to do last year.
Right. And
this year,
George
is a commodity this year.
No, George
isn't. He's a commodity this year.
No, he's not. Not with them 2 first-round draft picks on his head. Make David make David earn that 15%. He gonna try to jump this thing through the roof.
3. They cap out at 3%.
Okay, no, the contract. Yeah, he capped at 3%.
Yeah,
his contracts are 15% over the top of what the last.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah,
see what I'm saying? So even though he get 3%, he's still to the point. He's gonna make that contract over 10 to 15%. Go back and look at his deals. They're all asinine. They're all outrageous. They're all through the roof. So if you want to go ahead and make it cost effective, go do it that way.
That goes back to what I was saying before. Find that line in the sand and just stick to it.
I mean, you've already thrown the line in the sand. Yeah. You put the cap on. You put the tag on him. So now that you got the tag on him, go forward from there. I don't want him to have to go through that, but that's the kind of situation that they brought forward. You've had a whole almost a month to go find a deal. If Mulligetta's not going to go find him a deal, then you kind of know what's on there. Because it's not.
I will say this much: I don't think that you get to that point until after the draft. You don't get to the point where they're considering a trade for George until after the draft. I don't
think they're talking about trading him.
If the price gets too high, sure.
The price is already set.
Given who his agent is, it's possible.
The price is already set. If you
want
the
Cowboys, yes. The Cowboys have their limit that they may be wanting to spend, but David Mulligetta has a propensity, that's T.I. word of the day, to want to maximize his client's value. And a lot of times that's 10 to 15% more than the prior guy.
So 15% of 42.5 or 42.5 is what?
Is 46.625.
God, hey, that's great. That's great math. And you're not paying a ball dependent player 46.5. You're not paying that. You're not gonna go and pay him $43 million or for the life of the deal, or whatever, how they made the deal. If he's making essentially what? I mean, if he's essentially making on the new money, what 32? What's the new money? You said the money.
The new money is 196. I believe $168 million per year.
Okay.
Excuse me. In total, with an average of 42. Now in total, like I said, it averages 32.
Yeah, 32. So you paying him 33? You paying him 33?
I'd pay George 33 today. I would have paid George 33 before the contract. Before JSN's contract, I would have paid George 33.
Okay. So you paying $60 million for 2 wide receivers? Okay.
Yeah.
66.
Yeah, I don't see what the confusion is.
I just don't think it's cost effective to build a team.
Philly does it.
They're trying to get rid of that guy. They're trying to get rid of one of them guys.
Now. They've been doing it for 2 years. They did it for 2 years before this.
Did they sign the new money when they got in there? They signed the new money? Yeah, they signed the new money.
I don't recall when they
signed I think when they brought him in, I think they signed him to a new money deal, and Devontae Smith was still on a rookie deal. So I mean, like I said before, get your hand out of another man's pocket. But if you're gonna try to build this thing effectively, you're gonna have to make some decisions down the road.
Sure. Chris, what else did we say we were talking about today?
I mean, we talked about this money, but we talked about new money trying to get to the league. We wanted to talk about one of our favorite topics and favorite players, LSU DB, Mansour Delane. Had his pro day today, and he looked like a bit of a speed merchant. Running a 4.38 times, right? Yep. You said some folks had him as low as 4.35.
Yep.
So that definitely boosted his stock or his place in the draft, which for me, I want to ask you a question. You watched a little bit of tape on Mr. Delane.
Yeah.
Have you seen that kind of 4.3, 4.35, 4.38 speed on tape?
Now, Mansour Delane isn't slow, Chris. He ain't slow. But I will say that he doesn't on the field. You don't see.
Hold on, keep going, because I hear the tapping. I hear a little Gregory Hines going on over here.
Oh yeah,
I see a little Scatman Carruthers going on right here. Talk to me, because because the question was kind of direct.
Yeah,
on the film, because
Chris, I'm practicing my media training. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
practicing my media training, Chris.
You look like you're practicing to be on damn Showtime at the Apollo.
Oh yeah,
so you be the Sandman and get pulled off stage.
He does not show 4.38 speed on the field.
There we go.
You know.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean that he's not. That doesn't mean that he's slow. It's just that guys train for this. Guys train how to perfect their form off of the line, how to make sure that 10-yard split is very, very good. Guys practice running in a straight line, Chris. Every single year.
So basically, he kind of got ready for the test, and
who doesn't?
Okay. And he kind of like aced the test.
Absolutely.
Okay. So if you have to go back and say, okay, does he play at 4.38?
No.
No, he doesn't play.
He doesn't. He doesn't. Okay. Now that once again, not slow. He's not slow.
Does that 4.38?
It's just that guys practice for this, as they should though. This is a job interview. You should practice for a job interview.
So going back to the question, does his 4.38 change his position on your board?
On mine, no.
Okay, on yours it doesn't.
No, but on a lot of people's it will.
Okay.
A lot of these guys with anything, when you see anything that kind of makes you be like, oh goodness, you get taken aback. You know what I'm saying? You should always use that as a reference point to go back to the film.
Okay, so we go back.
That is the great equalizer. Francois Delane is still a first round prospect. He still is.
Okay. Top 15.
Yeah.
Okay, top 15. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I don't remember if I got 14 or 15 first round prospects.
Okay.
But either way, he is still a first round prospect.
Indeed. Yeah. Okay. So this was a great day. You know, this is the 23rd of March. There's one more pro day that we're looking forward to, March 31st, which will be in Knoxville, Tennessee. And that's when Mr. McCoy will be doing his thing. Yeah, so when he goes on. So the way everything's kind of shaking out and things are looking, we'll be definitely interested in that. You know, we probably have maybe three. No, we got 2 first round corners, 2 first round graded corners. Not saying we won't have more corners than, but we got 2 first round graded corners.
Hey man, look. Yeah. You need to put Caleb Downs on the nickel. You can.
He's a safety. Yeah, he's a safety. Yeah. So he's
a safety. But if you need to put him in nickel corner, you can.
I mean, if you have to, he's very versatile. So okay, all right. Well, where we gonna go? Okay, so that's 3. Okay, so 3 in the top 14. Okay. Okay. Things are kind of moving.
I believe that there are going to be some teams that, like, you remember how the Raiders used to lose their mind over speed, like when they drafted like Darius Hayward-Bay and players like that, for example. There's going to be one of these teams that draft Mansour Delane over like the best player on their board at the moment because they get enamored with that 40 speed. That's going to happen. Listen, because a lot of these teams aren't good at drafting.
Right. That's why I keep saying
thank you, Kevin. Henry Ruggs, you know, got guys that ran that insanely fast 40 and then the Raiders get enamored with them.
No, but stop with that, because Henry Ruggs was part of a 3-headed monster at Alabama. Henry Ruggs was an absolute monster. But you know, God rest in power the person that he ended up hitting. He's also a speed merchant off the field with a fast car. So you know, speed merchant off the field with a car.
Oh my God.
So I mean, I'm just saying, I had to do it respectfully. You know, he drove, and so if he doesn't drive fast off the field, then he probably has an opportunity to show that. Henry Ruggs, Waddle. It was Waddle, Ruggs. Yeah, it was Waddle, Ruggs, and Devontae Smith. That was a 3-headed monster in Alabama, and them jokers could get after it, man. But I mean, I'm not saying that Pickens isn't here to stay. I'm not saying that. But what I'm also saying is they're going to say, who are you tying your future to? If you're going to pay him what you guys are saying, 33, 34 million, you know, it's his turn. Get it,
Chris. I would probably go as high as 37.5.
Why?
37.5 is where I would. Just because is my line in the sand. Because the next man will make more money.
But he's not the next man, and he's not.
I'll give you an example. I believe that CeeDee Lamb is better than Jackson Smith-Njigba. Jackson Smith-Njigba is the next man. It doesn't always make logical sense. It just makes dollars and cents.
No, it didn't. No, it makes no. In that situation, he's not better than CeeDee. CeeDee has 5 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. Okay, he is the straw that stirs the drink in the wide receiver room. He earned that bread. Seattle turned around, making smart GM decisions because their GM could get fired. He decided, let me get ahead of the curve, because if he turns around next year and does this again, he's going to be way out of the box, and we spread it out. So now he's making 32.5. He's making less than CeeDee Lamb, right? But his agent gets to look like he just signed into this. So the deal that the agent signed, it makes him look good for the next guy because nobody's breaking it down at 9-10 at night like us.
Yeah.
They're just saying that joke is up for 42.5, but he's really making 32. Yeah. So he didn't make more than CeeDee, who he's not as good as, right? And so the Cowboys sit back saying, okay, if I pay him better than the guy he's better than, regardless of he's next man up, I can go forward. If I pay him anything over that, I'm looking at getting a new number 88.
Yeah.
And who wants to go deal with that?
Absolutely. We got a question. John Herndon, friend of the show, asked who was in George Pickens' class. That would be Drake London, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Jameson Williams, Jahan Dodge. It was a good receiver class. That was a good receiver.
Okay, so how much is J-Mo making?
Let me see.
Look it up. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? That class, right? I think Sun God St. Brown is in there too, though.
Possibly.
Yeah. And the reason I call him Sun God St. Brown is because his name's Amon Ra, and I stole that from the big homie. I love all his corners. So yeah.
J-Mo got 3 years, $83 million.
Okay, but that was paid. That was an extension.
Yes, and he was also a first round guy. So they had the
first round
pay him early.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So they paid him early. Right.
Yeah. Then Pickens was a second rounder. So on his rookie contract, he made less. Treylon Burks was there. Jahan Dotson, I think I already mentioned. Christian Watson to the Packers. Let me see. Wan'Dale Robinson. Oh God.
Wow. Okay, so we can say him and J-Mo about the same.
I think Pickens is better than J-Mo.
Okay.
J-Mo's just had more consistent quarterback play.
Okay.
Yeah.
J-Mo, I mean, him and J-Mo.
I think Kevin got it right. 34 to 38. What? Anyway, I think that's going to be the range.
Okay. I mean, hey man, I love y'all. I love y'all mathematics, man. But if I pay him 34 to 30, if I pay him over CD, I'm going to move CD next year.
I disagree. I just think that the price is always going up. Always going up.
No, the salary cap is always going.
We got the chat message right here. The market is the market.
No, the market. No, the market. You make the market what you want to make the market. I understand that. See, here's the crazy part about it. And
if that was the case, players would be getting paid less over time. The contracts would eventually be going down. The quarterback market would have eventually evened out. You know what I'm saying?
What they do is they finally turn around and say, "There's a level that I'm going to pay for this type of play." They do that with the running back market. They do that with the safety market. They do that with certain players. All I'm sitting here saying is that you're moving to the point now. You're just going to pay this young man over and that's what I'm saying. The contract, because the numbers look so explosive, is at 42.5, but he's getting paid 32. He's getting paid 32.5. So I give you that. And so if I pay him, if I can average because George's money is going to be brand spanking new. Yeah. There's not going to be anything you can spread it over. If I pay him more than JSN, I'm paying him more than JSN because he's had time in the league and things of that nature. If I pay him over CD, I'm still sitting there saying I got $67 million tied up in two players, with an aging quarterback, right? And then I'm still turning around in another year or two. I'm going to turn around and have to pay my guard, and I'm going to have to go play my left tackle, and I'm going to got to pay my center. And I'm paying now. I'm paying everybody because it's your turn. Top of the market.
Offensive line hasn't quite gotten there yet, but it will. Offensive line hasn't gotten there yet, but it will.
Okay. Hey, listen. I'm just saying you just got to go find players, and I think if you do that, you're going to have to make some money decisions down the road. But I mean, I don't want anyone to think that I want George gone. I'm not. I'm just saying for the betterment of your entire football team. You got to start making some decisions, some wise decisions, and you're gonna have to start letting people go early than you want to. You're gonna have to start, kind of take the Parcells mindset when he was trading Seymour and Seymour and who was the safety he had in New England. It wasn't Ty Law. But it was it's just got to be the way you got to do it.
Yeah,
nobody.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool if you could learn how to perfect the art of getting rid of guys a year early.
It's not about being cool about it. It's what you got to do. You got to start doing that. You got to start. You got rid of Osa. I like the fact they got rid of Osa. You got to start getting rid of guys. You got to start saying, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is the line to say. We're not going to pay more than this. This is what the market varies. If he's this young, we can do it and go from there. But there's no way I can have set. I am going to look in the room.
Now, here's the thing.
Everybody else is not getting paid.
As soon as one team crosses that line in the sand, all of the other rest of the teams are forced to cross it.
No, they're not, because nobody had the Bengals are the only people to pay 2 wide receivers $70 million in rent room. And look where the Bengals are at.
Philly.
No, Philly didn't. They paid.
Philly's playing a total of, I want to say, $58 million between their 2 receivers.
They turned around. They did, but they got him. They got AJ Brown, and then they had to pay Devontae. But Devontae was on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
He's on a rookie deal.
But they've been doing it for the last 2 years. They've been doing it.
They signed him early too. They signed their guys early too. We don't sign guys early. That's what I'm saying. You got to be smart enough. You got to be effective in your GMing to turn around and be able to spread the money out. Make it look great. Make it look great for the media, but be able to spread that money out. And that's what they got to do. And they're not in that position right now. They're not in that position right now.
Yeah, you're right that they're not in the position. And the Lions do it as well. You're right that they're not in the position to do it, but that is by their own design. They do that.
Do that make it right? Do it make it right?
It doesn't make it right.
Okay.
But
so
they
can
can't
you correct
go.
it?
They can't go and say it was me.
Can they correct it? Yes.
No.
Yes, they can.
No.
My God.
And let me explain why. Let me explain why. They can't correct it because they refuse to get out of their own way. They don't have any consequence for their actions. That's why they can't correct it. Because you're dealing with the 83-year-old that is stuck in his ways. But until time passes and does what time does, and it may not even change then.
Okay, but that's another show for another time. But going back to what I said, you still can change it. Yeah. As long as you have breath in your body and time on this earth, you have an opportunity to change.
Maybe when we get a little bit more money to finance this thing, John, we may have a call in line when we get a little bit more money to finance this thing. Those lines cost a little bit of bread.
Might have to look into that.
Yeah. But Chris,
go ahead.
There are teams that do this. The Lions do it with Amon-Ra and J-Mo. Philly does it with Smitty and AJ.
Okay, go back to looking at that. J-Mo was a first-round draft pick.
Yeah, sure.
They signed an extension.
Sure. CD was a first-round draft pick.
They didn't sign an extension. So you have to change it. You have to change it, and it has to start with somebody. Listen, man, Crispus Attucks is in the history books for one thing. You want to know what he's in there for? He died first in the American Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
Somebody got to be the one to be the sacrifice. Somebody got to be the sacrificial lamb. So
I'll even say this: the Broncos kind of do it because they just traded for Jalen Waddle. They're paying. Cortland Sutton's paid. Cortland Sutton got a decent contract. He got 3 years, $92 million.
But go look at.
4 years, $92 million.
Did he sign an extension?
I'm not quite sure.
Yes, he did. They got Cortland Sutton. They got a rookie with Pat Bryant, and then they just signed for Waddle. They just signed Waddle. For how much? Now
here's Waddle. Waddle already had his contract from Miami.
Okay,
but he's making like $38 million. $30 million a year.
Right. Okay.
Now, so they're paying two
so
guys.
They didn't sign him to new money though, right?
No, he already got his new money. I want to say year before last.
Okay,
he got his new money year before last in Miami.
Okay, then how much is Cortland making a year?
Cortland's making 23. Waddle's making 30. That's 53. That's 53 between two guys. Philly's playing 58 between two guys. The Bengals are playing 68 between two guys. What's wrong with the Cowboys playing 65 or something like that? Whatever it is, whatever it may be.
Y'all talking about 34 and 38. So the teams you just named, you just named Philly paying under 60. You said Denver paying under 60.
Yep.
Both of those teams made the playoffs. New England's playing. The Bengals are playing almost 65.
Detroit Detroit's paying 2 guys.
How much they paying them? Dude, listen, you arguing.
Amon-Ra's making 30. J-Mo's making 27.
Still under 60 though, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But Chris, what I'm talking, and you got to remember, those guys got paid before. The thing about the old days, Chris, is they the old days.
No, it ain't got to be about the old days. It's got to be, I'm not paying over $67 million, $66 million for 2 players. I'm not. But that's Chris.
But here's the thing. Somebody else will. Just because the Bengals are the only team doing it right now, wait until Puka got to get his money.
Okay, you got to pay Puka. Who else they got over there?
Devontae Adams is still making a pretty penny.
Yeah, Devontae Adams at the end of his career. Devontae Adams will be over before Puka got to get his money. Devontae Adams will be up out of there.
Well, yeah, I guess it don't. See, no. Because I'm thinking about this. Seattle is also paying 17 to Rashid Shaheed and 15 to Cooper Kupp. If you're talking about receivers, they're paying.
Cooper was on a what? No, go back and look at that.
They paid him 1 year, $15 million.
Okay, is he coming back this year?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me
no,
see.
You don't. It's a 1 year deal.
My bad. 3 years, $45 million. I apologize. Okay. And then Rashid Shaheed he already got his money from New Orleans, so he's making $17 million a year.
So they're not paying that $17 million. They got that money from New Orleans. Okay. Hey B, what you're trying to sit up and you're trying to sit up and say, well, if I get it up there, well, we might as well. No, you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. Mm-hmm. All I'm sitting there saying is that pay him more than the guy he's better than.
Mm-hmm.
And we just went through the list of guys he's not better than. Pay him more than DK.
Yeah, pay him more than DK. So that means that the floor is 33, Chris.
No, it's not. It's 30.
The floor is 33.
How much does DK make?
33.
No, he don't. What
yes, he
make?
Does.
He makes 33.
DK is making 32 $999,882.
33.
You might as well round up that $8, Chris. Round up that $8.
33. Yeah, I'm not paying him 34 to 38. I'll pay him 33.
Chris, that's the floor. Chris, that's the floor.
No, that ain't the floor. That's the ceiling for me. That's the ceiling. The ceiling. The floor is
Chris.
The floor,
Chris,
hey,
I hope you know somebody that can do roof work then, because the ceiling's about to crash.
No, it's not. Because here it is. The floor is 28 because it's tagged. The ceiling is 33. Because guess what I can do?
You want to know how that's different? You want to know how that's different? That 28 is fully guaranteed. On a new contract, that money's not fully guaranteed.
Hey, guess what? I can give him 28 this year. I can go in the draft next year. And guess what? What people have said is the best wide receiver talent that has come out in
Jeremiah Smith.
It'll be out there, and I bet the bank go get him. See what I'm saying?
You can. That means you got to be really bad, though, Chris.
No, you don't.
That means you got to be willing to trade it all or be really bad.
And first off, you don't know if it's going to be him. There's a whole, and we ain't even gone through the bevy of kids that are going to come out next year. Yeah. All I'm saying is that you have to make a decision in team building. What you're going to do, if you're going to pay him what y'all saying paying him, then you got to be willing to lose CD. If you're not willing to do it, then don't do it. But y'all arguing with me saying I'm wrong for that.
Here's the thing. Things never go down, Chris. Things never go down.
Yes, they do. You want gas to go down. You want the price of eggs to go down. You know what I'm saying? Right. You want the price of the house to go down. Chris, but they go down.
Chris, but this metaphorical Strait of Hormuz is closed down right now, Chris.
Hey, man, listen, this is a family show. I don't feel like cussing. We can talk about that later. Talk about that on fair. All I'm sitting there saying is 34 to 38. And 34 to 38.
That's what I believe the range is.
No, the
range
is. The range is 28 to 33.
I wish.
Chris,
Alec Pierce got 29 and a half. Alec Pierce ain't nowhere near a top 10 receiver.
I'm not asking him that. I said I'm giving him 33.
Yeah, I wish I could give him 33, Chris.
That's what you can give him.
I wish I could.
Why can't you? You ain't got to break the bank, dude. He's not the bank. He won't be the 33 million, man. George Pickens will giggle his ass all the way to the bank. They'll be, hi, Mr. Pickens, how you doing?
Do you know what the equalizer is, though? But do you know what the equalizer is? His agent. The equalizer is his agent, who will say, "No, we can get more. It's not enough."
Hey, guess what? Then guess what? No problem, George. Then go make the deal now.
Yeah.
Don't
Chris,
go make the deal.
Chris, so that's what I was saying, Chris. If there is a line in the sand, you have to be willing to just say, okay, we can't do this. Go find.
That's what they did.
Go find the
Brandon. That's what they did.
Partner.
That's what they went and did, Brandon. They went and did that. They said to give me the 2 first round back. We're gonna put the exclusive tag on him.
Yeah.
Go find me 2 first rounds. Go find the deal that you want. Yeah.
So if you can find somebody, which you never know who it is, could be the Raiders. You know, they need a receiver. Would 2 firsts be like you would just say, okay, 2 firsts, cool?
I told you I would put my shiesties on and drive my ass down there and help him go. I'll get 2 firsts for him. But I gave up a third and I got 2 firsts. I do it.
I would.
Why not?
I would for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you up here fighting me tooth and nail about to jump me in the neck like we're in the yard in prison behind something that you know you do.
Yeah, I of course I would trade him, but the price at which I would say, okay, it's not worth it is vastly different than yours.
I'm not. Listen, I am just trying to build this football team that I'm not so freaking top heavy. And my window for my franchise quarterback is closing. That's all. I'm not paying him 35.
So if you're worried about the window for your franchise quarterback, why are you trying to make his offense worse?
I'm not making his offense worse. I deal with the strength that I have him for this year on the tag. If you give me 2 first round draft picks, or you let me go in the next year, I can go find players who can. I'll be able to go find wide receiver talent. You act like they stopped making great wide receivers. They don't. They got a whole bevy of them. They drop 5 or 6 of them in every year.
It's one of the easier positions to transition, of sure.
It's not one of the easier. I mean, it's just so many of them.
That too. Yeah, it is true. They out there. But I think that you hold on to them unless the price gets too high. Beyond 38 is my line in the sand right now.
Man, get your whole entire ass out of here. I'm not paying it. Go ahead, B. 38 million.
Yeah, that's the line in the sand.
For the number 2, huh? For the number 2, you paying 38 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey man. Okay. I mean, you my guy. That's what you would do. Chris ain't paying that much. Okay. That's it.
Chris, the University of Miami also had their pro day today.
Okay.
Yeah. Ruben Bain.
Yeah.
Hakeem Mesidor went out there. And Chris, one thing I can see, man, is Ruben Bain's power looks effortless.
And man, hold on, bro. Don't try to jump on the Ruben Bain is great bandwagon.
I've been said that he's great, but I called him a prehistoric animal too. He's like a velociraptor or a T-Rex.
And first off, he's more. And both of those, if they were let loose in your city, would tear Richmond to shreds. If that's the case. So don't talk trash. Don't talk trash about velociraptors. And T-Rexes. They both tear up shit. And Ruben Bain tears up shit. But Scott, my man Keontae Scott, ran a really, really good 40 time.
Blazing fast. What was it, like a 4.26 or 4.25 or something like that?
Something insane like that.
Blazing fast, Chris.
Versatile guy. Yeah, go ahead.
So that's one of those situations where if once you see that, what should you do then, Chris? You set it off Chris from Franklin Football.
You go back and look at the tape. You go back and look at the tape because for most of the time, Keontae's been like a third or fourth round safety on a lot of boards. So now you take that versatility where you could probably put him outside. You can make him that kind of safety where he could be maybe your third safety. Yeah. Third, maybe fourth safety off the board. I mean, okay, like you said, we train to run fast. Running fast ain't nothing new for guys down there. Down there in Coral Gables. So and that's great. I'm glad he did it. Yeah. But you go back and look at this tape, he's a versatile player.
it's crazy because I've watched Miami film twice now, actually 3 times, and like the way the Devault is set up, Chris, you've watched it yourself numerous times. It circles the player that we looking to highlight at that time, so it makes it real easy to not get lost. And I got to go back and now go watch for Keontae Scott.
It's gonna be hard for you to watch the DB play of Keontae Scott because he ain't having to cover a long time because he got them 3 monsters now in front. He got Moten at the nose tackle, Bain and Mesidor coming off the edge. He ain't doing a lot of covering.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I saw his ass get torched by Aiden Green at Virginia Tech. So go look at that tape. Where was he at on that play? Huh?
I gotta see.
Virginia Tech set his ass on fire. But then they turned around. Then they turned around and got the spread on us and threw a fade ball in the corner over somebody we got there now. So it is what it is.
Tough crap, tough crap.
Man, it's hard, man. It's hard out here in these streets.
But yeah, man. Chris, I'm sure I've asked this to you before.
Go ahead.
How important is because I believe that Mesidor's strength looks he makes it look easy too. But how important is age in all of this? Because
you talking about for Mesidor?
Yeah, for Mesidor. How important is age in all of this? Because at a certain point, he got his grown man body. He you're not working with like upside with him. You're working with who he is at a certain point. Because he's gonna be 26 when the season starts. I mean, so what do you think?
I think that's the biggest knock on him is that has he peaked as a player? You know, I mean, going from now he'll be full-time football, but how much more does he have left? And that's where you're looking at. Are you looking for that 4-year window where you're going to say, okay, he's going to be 20, 25, 26 when he gets there. By the time he gets ready to get for that second contract, he's going to be right around that age of 30.
29 or 30, yeah.
Yeah, which side of 30 is he going to be on? And if you want to bring him and plug him and get what you can from him and be looking for his replacement down the road, that's fine. That's a guy you can kind of pair. His age is going to be the biggest factor you have for him. And there are times he isn't as you worry about his power. You worry about his power. His life is a lot of hustle, a lot of effort. He's an amazing player, but those are the factors that GMs are looking at. His age, sometimes he doesn't play with a lot of power and things of that nature. So that's what you're looking at, man. But that's why he's about it. That's why. But excuse me, let me just get. That's why he's a second round. He's an early second round grade for you.
Yeah, second round grade. I do believe that somebody will take a chance on him in the first.
If it's late,
kind of reach on him. Yeah. But here's my thing. Like, instead of somebody who is going to be like a 10-year player for you, he might end up being only like a 6 or 7-year player for you because by the time he's like 33, 34, he's at the end of his rope.
So that's when you start stacking. When you're stacking your board, you'll say, okay, do I have Mesidor over a Malachi Lawrence, who I love? Do I have him over a Banks from Florida, who I like a lot, but got a bad foot? Do I like him more than I like Zion Young? Things of that nature. How much leeway do you have to be able to build that? Because you're going to want to try to get him developed and things of that nature, and get him at a more economical position for you and your football team. But like you said, you got a good 4-year. If he gives you everything he has for that 4-year window, then you made your money on it. You made your money on it.
So what's more important? Is it ceiling or floor? Because Mesidor's floor is higher than most, just because he got his grown man.
No, his floor is higher.
Yes, but his ceiling.
He already made captains. He might be in a tiny house. Malachi Lawrence's ceiling is high. Zion Young's ceiling is high.
Absolutely.
Banks' ceiling is high because of the age.
Say that other guy's name too, Chris. Go
ahead. And what's my guy from Penn State?
No. Keldrick Falk's ceiling is high too.
Hey, that's your guy. That ain't my guy. Hey, you guy. You know what I'm saying? Taco Jr. But that's how we get down. That's how we looking at it.
Chris, you got anything else before we get up out of here?
No, man. Hey, listen, man. Thanks to everybody for rocking with us, man. A little bit over an hour, man. We like y'all coming in, man. Definitely hitting off in the chat. we'll definitely look at this phone line thing. That phone line thing will probably push us over to an hour and a half, hour and 45, because I know people will call in and let us have it. Especially our homie John Herndon. He's probably chomping at the bit to get at us. But but that's what we do, man. Listen, man, B&B, man, we are a combination. Two guys who love the game, man. Coaching matters. Film study is definitely important. But also, man, being able to bounce your ideas off another sound mind always works, man. If we agreed all the time, man, people are like, man, these are some marks. These are some busters, out here, man. But me and B, man, we the two homies, man. Oh, shoot, I couldn't even give you a good one. I couldn't give you a good one. I already gave you the convenience store one, man. We like the homies, man, that work at the fast food. We work at the barbecue shop. B's out front talking about, hey, how much he bargained with the prices. I'm in the back cooking, man, and everybody talking about how much for one rib. You know what I'm saying? And B out there about to kill somebody, man. And we were forever together. Be Frankly Football, man. So until next time.
Hey.